Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at how to resample bitmaps and also make certain areas transparent, and this will be within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Now if we had to head into the program here, so now like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at two different options from the bitmap, and resampling will be the first one on the list. So I'm just going to quickly make a copy of this image so we can just see the difference. So on the left here is our original. It was created by 256 by 256 pixels or dimensions, width and height. Now we're going to be looking at upscaling that. Now like I mentioned in one of the previous videos, that upscaling will never be as pretty as it would be if you had to create the shape large, because what happens is when you downscale something or create something at a small scale, it's got a limited amount of information, and then when you upscale it, it tries to interpret that. Like with some AI tools these days, you can get some good results, but with classic scaling, it's always going to be a little bit flawed. But you are definitely going to get a better improvement than just leaving that shape small. So now I'm going to select the right shape here, then go to our main menu on top, and then to the bitmap menu. Let's just fix our zoom there. So bitmap, and then we want to go down till we find this one called resample. Now when I click that, it's going to give us some options. So the top here will be what we want to set it to. Now we can obviously go smaller, so we can resample this smaller, but I'm just going to go larger. Let's go like maybe 1024 by 1024. You'll see if I click there, it automatically does it for us because proportional editing is on. Now under that, we've got our scaling interpreter, you can say. At the moment it's set to billion there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I say that correctly, but in any case, then we've got nearest neighboring. What that will do is it will basically, when we upscale it, it'll keep this jagged edge but make our image larger. So it will still look like a low quality, but there will be way more pixels per unit. There is cases where you want to do that, like when you're doing pixel art or something in that line, where you want to leave that on or put that on nearest neighbor. But in my case, I'm just going to set it so it kind of smoothens it. I'm going to click OK. Now, at first glance, you would think nothing has changed because the actual view size did not change. But this image is quite a few times bigger than this image on the left. I'm going to move it here to the left and then zoom in so we can kind of get an idea of the quality difference between the two. So now, as we can see, as I get closer, this edge is very sharp, but also very jagged, where this one is trying to smooth it with that setting we've done with the interpolation. So it's trying to smooth the actual edge, and as we go closer, you can see this is the size of the pixels, where this is the size of these pixels. So these pixels are way bigger, which means this one can carry way more information. So now if you switch to selection tools and so forth, you will get a very different result, or more cleaner result and smoother edges than this side did. So let's just yeah, I'm not going to show it right now. You can kind of just get an idea with the actual sample we have there. Now let's quickly just demonstrate another feature on the bitmap edit bar, and that's going to be make transparent. So let me make a copy, and then far on the right here we have this option. It looks almost like a magic wand, but that is to make things transparent, or selections transparent. So make transparent bitmap. So if I click this, we will get this little selection tool, and whatever color I click, it's going to try make, or should I say, it's going to make it a selection, and then we can turn that selection into transparency. So if I had to click on the blue here, the blue background, and I say the right mark, then you will you will see it turns our background transparent. Now we can see right through it, which can be very handy for certain print requirements. Then there's a few other options which is good to look at, like the select similar. So let's say I select this orange shape. Now I could manually go and, how can I say, keep shift in and click on the next one, click on the next one till I get all the similar colors. But that can take a lot of time depending on the amount of information and detail in your bitmap. So instead what I can do is I can just go here to the select similar button. When I click that, it will select all the other oranges for us of the same color and keeping the tolerance in mind. Say OK, and then you can say now all those, sorry, let me just get the zoom right, all those shapes are now invisible. So I can kind of see through it, which can be also quite handy. Then the last little option we have here within is the tolerance. So let me just show you. So if I zoom in here, you'll see we have this little blue border in the bitmap. Now this is very common within bitmaps to have variation or slight variation in color. So most of the time you will use this feature to up the tolerance. So if you want to remove the whole background, but in my case I'm going to down it so we can just see the difference. So if I had to make selection at the moment, it selects the whole blue. But let's say I want to keep that little blue border of the selection. Then I'll lower my tolerance. I'm just going to go 1 because I know this is a single color with another single color. So I want to do a 1, select again. You can see there it's updated it for us. Now if I say yes, it will remove only that single color I've selected. So that's very handy, but like I said, in most cases you normally want to up the tolerance because you might get a background's got a lot of variation but in a similar color. Then you're going to get this real result where you click and it's not selecting everything. Then you'll up this, and then I think if you just wait a bit, it sometimes updates it, but I'm just going to select again for the sake of speed. There you go, I've got to select it, say the right mark, and there you go, remove the whole background. So it's a quick way to do that. But yeah, otherwise that is it on the resample and transparent feature. In the meanwhile though, before we carry on, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search here on the top right. If you do not however find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. Sorry, fill in the request over here. But yeah, otherwise thanks guys for watching, and cheers.